Hi there, gorgeous. My name is Nicoleelissa. I'm an intuitive love coach for amazing women leaders from all over the world who are willing to look at themselves and truly attract their most ideal love life and also really own their goddessness. So I am here to share with you a really special tip today that is going to help you feel more attractive, but also start to attract more of that attention and that desire that you really deserve. Make sure you watch this video until the very end and make sure that you also subscribe to my channel to get more videos on this sort of topic, because I'm your ally and I want to help you truly attract this love for the long term, for the long haul. Also, make sure that you click on the little bell there so you get notifications as soon as I put out a new video for you. Now, I know that we are in quarantine and everything, and this video is going to apply quarantine or not. And I just want to help you truly be your most attractive and radiant self. Now, because of the situation that we're living in right now, many of us are super focused on the external, what's going to happen, what's going to happen with the world around me. And then I can maybe think of myself, and then I can take care of myself more, because if the external feels safe, then I must be safe then. But here's the thing, that's a catch-22. Right? We are our own universe. So we need to find that same sense of safety and peace within first. Okay? Because when a woman feels safe, that's when she lets herself truly blossom and like a flower, and just let people really perceive her beauty and her essence. So what I invite you to do is to create kind of like your own cocoon or your own space where you declare that you are safe, that everything is working out for you, that you are worthy of feeling safe, and that you're claiming that, right? Because what people don't know, while I'm an intuitive love coach that helps you really master your love vibration and help you embody that in yourself so that you attract more love, at the same time, I'm also very scientific. And I love the combination of the two. I like to bridge those two together. So what happens is when we're hyper-focused on the external, we go into survival energies, flight or flight tendencies. And remember, when we're in flight or flight tendencies or freeze or fawn responses, right? Basically what happens is we put a stop to things. And in that energy, it's like you're in stress mode. And you want to just relax. So what I invite you to do to really help you own your attractiveness and start to call in more love, because the truth is, many of you who watch my videos, you know, you're currently single and you want to attract the one. And when you are at home and you're alone by yourself, you want to attract somebody. You want the company of somebody. You want maybe men to start talking to you. Maybe you're, you know, like you're going onto like online experiences like apps or websites to meet people online. And when your energy is like super frazzled like this, and you're trying to meet somebody that way, it could not necessarily, like, it might not be working for you, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I knew this about online. But in reality, our energy has a lot to do with what we let ourselves truly experience and attract online or offline. So when we are like in that frazzled state or that survival state, it's the survival energy, right? So when we are in that space, we vibrate more of the energy of I'm alone, I need to wait until I'm safe. Therefore, what happens to your magnetism is that you don't let yourself truly receive, right? Like your brain and your energy, like, this is not the time for pleasure, right? It might look for comfort and food, right? But it might not necessarily let yourself truly receive the pleasure and the attention that you deserve, because somewhere in your energy, you're focused on the external and you're sending out the signal, I'm not safe yet. So remember, it's never about the external situation. How many of you have felt like, if I turn myself into a pretzel, if I dress this way, if I show up this way, maybe I'm going to get this man's attention for good. And then it didn't really work out. The guy would eventually leave or something like that. And you're like, but I did everything. I did everything. And why is it that it's not working? And it's because you stopped being more of yourself, but you felt like you needed to be something on the external to get what you wanted, to get love. So you don't want to change yourself. You want to be more of your real, authentic self, the goddess in you, the love energy in you, right? And that's what I help women really, truly embody, because yes, we want to be yourself, but within that, there's also some shadow, right? Or some unconsciousness that even inside of that, you can sabotage yourself. But I help you be more of your authentic self and own your power so that you let yourself attract what you want for real, and you have a better hold of your energy and what you're vibrating in your love vibration, right? So it's like bringing in consciousness. So yeah, I used to be the type of person that felt like I needed to change myself for people. It would drive me crazy, right? So it's not about you changing yourself, but it's the same principle, right? You're trying to get some sort of attention or a line, or maybe you were talking with somebody before the whole COVID thing started, and now things are frazzling out. Look at your energy. How good care, like how much self-care are you practicing? So my tip for you really and truly is create the opportunity and the space for you to really just say to yourself, I am safe now. Find a way to start really signaling that to your energy, to your subconscious, that you're safe now. Create that space, right? It all comes from within. So when you start coming from within in this space, you start feeling more powerful. And from there, you can start to engage in more self-care practices that really work for you and that make you feel attractive, right? So first, create the space for you to feel safe from within, right? Start feeling the safety of the universe. Start feeling the safety of God. Start really feeling that. That does not mean that you're going to necessarily go out and do a bunch of different things that go against your safety, right? It just means that you want to first embody the safety, the trust. That is going to help your energy relax. And then what I recommend for you is to engage in self-care practices that are going to help you. And here's the thing, to open you up, that make you feel safe, that make you feel juicy, that make you feel attractive, that make you feel like, I don't know, like with a certain, when I say attractiveness, it's like a pull, like a magnet, right? Like you feel that energy, okay? So self-care practices that do not just involve your body or your mind, right? But self-care practices that open up also your spirit and your heart, right? I go into deeper detail with this in my program, Goddess of Love, with my clients, but I wanted to really give you this insight today. When we focus just on the self-care of the mind, maybe meditation because of what's going on, right? Or we just focus on caring for our body, but we're not learning how to care for our emotions. We're not learning how to create a space to care for our heart. We want to really create the space for it all, but we want to do self-care practices that actually opens us up, okay? Like when you do it, do you feel more open to interact with others? Do you feel more open to receive? Do you feel more present? So ask yourself, what kind of self-care practices that you do really help you open up, that really help you feel more present and ready to receive? You first want to cultivate that sensation of safety, but then also you want to start creating practices that really help you, that make you feel open. Not all self-care practices help you really be totally open. Maybe you need to do a little bit more, but you want to be more conscious of what those things are. And you also want to ensure that they open your heart up, okay, to love, to experiences, and that they build self-trust. So my recommendation for you is to take a piece of pen and paper and write things down and start to really get to know more of yourself and what really works for you in regards to self-care. But start really signaling that energy that you're safe first. In general, I've seen a lot of women where I don't know if you're going to see one of my videos again, so I'm going to take a couple more minutes. And there is real value in you subscribing to the channel, so you know more about the work that I do. I'm all about the embodiment. I help you really embody your goddess energy, right? So, and your love vibration. So in general, sometimes you do certain things that really help you in a moment, right? And it depends on the person. For some people, this might just be it. This might just be all they need, and that's awesome. For some people, it could be like, oh, Nicole, it works, but then I don't know, how do I make it work all the way through? Well, all the way through is what I do with my clients in my Goddess of Love programs, because sometimes we have fears, etc., like I said, that have an energy or a pull in us, and we don't know how to release it. And I help you release it through energetic clearing work, etc., and embodiment work to truly be that goddess version of like who you really are. Because that fear voice, we don't want to normalize it. It's just that we live in a country, like not in a country, in a world that normalizes just keeping that fear voice in us. But I'm all about completing and releasing it for good, and you let yourself be a new version of you completely. So let me know how that works for you, because for some it might be just enough, right? And for others it might be like, oh my God, this is great, how do I get more of this? Well, then, like I'm sharing what would take place, so that you know how I can actually help you really release these fears for good, so that you can be more of your goddess self. So let me know in the comment section what you got from this video, what kind of self-care practices really do open you up, and all the levels and layers that I presented just now. Put them in practice, and I promise you this, because if you put these things in practice consistently, you will start seeing more results. You will even be more unattached, to what a guy says or does, and you're going to start attracting and pulling towards you in a natural way, not in a controlling way or a fearful way, right? And I would love to know what happens from all of this. We are responsible for taking care of ourselves. It is our duty, okay? We blossom through pleasure and through that sensation of safety. And we have to remember that we create that sensation within ourselves first. All right, ladies, it's been a pleasure. If you want to know more about me and my work, you can look at the links below. I do have a free gift for you. It's called Back to My Feminine Essence Meditation, that you can also download over there, and you're part of my community as well, and you receive more information from me. I hope you're having an amazing time. Care for yourself. When you take great care of yourself, specifically moments like this, is when you really let your feminine magnetism really come to life and start to attract more. All right? Sending you love.